Hi friends, this is your pal Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons and the path to D&D Gold. All right, so there's a lot of commentary on YouTube about how to play D&D well, right? And I'm one of them. So let's dig into this. So, what is the path to D&D Gold? How do you find your best Dungeons and Dragons game? So I want to explore this, and I'm going to give you my advice for it. Okay. So one of the things I think is absolutely critical is we have to determine why we are playing Dungeons and Dragons, and that's a complicated question, and you can only answer it for you. And one of the problems we have in Dungeons and Dragons right now, an absolutely massive problem, is people are not, first of all, they don't even know why they should be playing Dungeons and Dragons. And then they very much also don't acknowledge that asking the question, why should I play Dungeons and Dragons? You can only answer that for you. The world right now thinks that not only do they already know the answer to that question, but they think they have the right to answer it for other people. That is a massive problem. Okay. So let's ask the question. Okay. Um, why should I play Dungeons and Dragons? Okay. Now, first of all, the bog standard answer, which is 100% wrong, that is, you will find everywhere right now, is to have fun, right? This, I call it the tyranny of fun. It is an expectation. If you ask any other channel on YouTube, they will give you this answer. Ask Ginny D, ask Bob Worldbuilder, ask Professor Dungeon Master, ask DM's Lair, ask that guy making a DC-20, which is kind of like a 5e spinoff. Everybody. I don't know. I don't know a single other channel that has an answer other than that. Okay. Now, first of all, I'm telling you that's wrong. Okay. If you might be here and you might have heard me talk about this at length, right? And you think I'm wrong. Okay. So one, if you've made up your mind and you really believe that you should play Dungeons and Dragons to have fun, please do not spend another minute watching my channel, right? If you really think that is the purpose of Dungeons and Dragons, I have nothing to tell you, nothing that will help you, and you and me ain't friends, right? It's just do not waste another minute listening to any of my videos on Dungeons and Dragons, please. Just go with God. All right. Now, okay, now we've handled the bog standard answer, right? Now let's get to the stickity stick, and let's talk about the real answer, right? Now, this is my answer, and I am trying to get you to sign on to it, but you have to choose it for yourself, okay? And but I do believe this is bound in reality, in my humble opinion. And so, if you understand what Gary Gygax did on February 7th, 1974, then you know, right? Dungeons and Dragons was built to fix you, fix every person at the table, and send everybody at the table out to fix the world. That's what he did it for. Gary Gygax was born in 1938. He was 6 years old. He was actually about 1937. Excuse me. He was 7 years old when Nagasaki and Hiroshima happened. Right. He knew the world was completely broken, and he knew that the couch scribblers weren't going to be able to do anything. And I think he knew that self-help books weren't going to be able to do anything. And at that point, he was not a Christian, right? So, and to his point, sacred only is sacred, Jesus Christ. He's only an answer for a small minority. The majority of humans will never accept Christ. How do I know that? It's written right in the Bible. It says that only a remnant will follow, just a remnant. Okay, so that means there's a whole bunch of people that the sacred is not an answer for them. And also, to be crystal clear, evangelical Christianity is the only actual salvation that exists. A lot of other people are under false religions, and that certainly can help, right? So what's left? Well, I think it is my humble opinion that Gary Gygax built Dungeons and Dragons to help every dungeon master fix themselves, fix every person at their table, right? And then send those people out to fix the world. I wholeheartely believe that Dungeons and Dragons was built to fix the world from a secular perspective, right? Now, that's the purpose, right? Now, the reason why we're starting here is we have to start here, okay? Because if you are going to get to D&D Gold, if you're going to get to your peak Dungeons and Dragons game, you must know the purpose of it, right? If you're driving toward a wrong purpose, you're never going to reach. If you're driving toward the wrong purpose, you're never going to reach gold, right? Like, you can't dig into the air to find a vein of gold, right? It's just not going to happen, right? You can't take a shovel and try to scoop out the sky. It's not going to work, right? So that's the issue. You also, and it even determines what to, determining why you are doing a thing has to get put into position. So first and foremost, that is the correct reason to play Dungeons and Dragons, okay? And if you're interested in that, stay here, right? Because I am all about that. I am all about a Dungeons and Dragons game that matters, right? And I will say it right now, fun doesn't matter. It does not matter. Fun isn't even something that should even be pursued, right? I'm not opposed to fun, but I can tell you right now, the best way to not have fun is to pursue it, right? Fun is sparks. When you crash two rocks together, there's going to be sparks. That's fun. You don't it's unpredictable. Doesn't always happen. Goes off in directions people don't expect, right? And you don't pursue it. You enjoy it when it arrives, right? And I will admit, I think sometimes if you do Dungeons and Dragons for the right reason, unfortunately, you may encounter some fun. That very well may happen. And frankly, you might even encounter more fun than if you tried to have fun with D&D. It's very, very interesting. But that is critical. You absolutely must understand why. It is very, very important. You must understand why you are playing Dungeons and Dragons. What is the right reason to play Dungeons and Dragons? The correct reason is to fix yourself, fix everybody at the table, and send those people out and fix the world from a secular perspective. Every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.